The H1B Guy here, and today, the H1B Guy forecast. December 2020 Visa Bulletin Employment Based Predictions. But before we get started, I'd like to ask you, if you haven't already, to please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube. It helps me to produce more content like this for you. I also wanted to mention the H1B Guy offers a variety of consulting services. If I can help provide you peace of mind by helping you bridge the gap between your employer and your immigration attorney, please reach out. I'd love to hear how I can help. Since so many of you have continued to reach out to me and ask me about my Visa Bulletin predictions, I decided it was time to start a new monthly forecast series where I will make non scientific and most likely completely made up dates to predict the Visa monthly bulletin release from the Department of State. I'm going to kick off this series with making my employment based December 2020 Visa Bulletin predictions. But before I get to these predictions, I wanted to review the Visa Bulletins from the last 6 months to see if there's any noticeable trends. Let's start with June 2020 Visa Bulletin and finish up with November's. So in June of 2020, we saw final action dates for India and EB2 of June 12th, 2009 and EB3 April 1st, 2009. China for EB2 was November 1st, 2015, and EB3 was June 15th, 2016. Filing dates for India EB2 were July 1st, 2009, and EB3 February 1st, 2010. For China, EB2 filing date was August 1st, 2016, and EB3 was March 1st, 2017. As we move into July, we saw EB2 move forward by 3 weeks to July 8th, 2009, and EB2 for India moved forward 2 months to June 1st, 2009. For China, for EB2, we saw forward movement of 8 days, November 9th, 2015, and for EB2 final action date for China, 7 days forward, June 22nd, 2016. For filing dates in India, we saw 6 weeks forward movement for EB2 to August 15th, 2009. No forward movement for filing date in EB3. For China EB2, there was no forward movement for filing date, but in EB3, there was 2 months forward movement to May 1st, 2017. Moving on to August and September, these bulletins were similar and identical. So, filing dates for EB2 India, there was no movement from the July bulletin. When you look at the EB3, it moved forward 4 months in August with no movement in September to October 1st, 2009. China had 2 months and 1 week forward movement for EB2, and then 8 months forward for EB3, and that was to February 15th, 2017. Of course, fast forwarding to October, which was a month where we saw a lot of forward movement. Final action for India, we saw 7 weeks forward movement to September 1st, 2009. We saw 3 months and 2 weeks forward movement for EB3, which was January 15th, 2010. For China, we saw 6 weeks forward movement for EB2 final action date to March 1st, 2016. And for EB3, we saw 4.5 months forward movement in EB3 to July 1st, 2017. Now, filing dates is where we saw a lot of forward movement. EB2 was 21 months forward, and that was May 15th, 2011. And EB3, which was the biggest leap that we saw, that we've seen really all year, 59 months forward for filing dates for EB3 to January 1st, 2015. For China, filing dates, 2 months forward movement for EB2 to October 1st, 2016. And for EB3, 1 month or 1 year and 1 month forward, and that was June 1st, 2018 for EB3 filing dates for China. Of course, as we've covered in November, we saw 3 weeks forward movement to September 22nd, 2009 for EB2 final action date for India. EB3 was 6 weeks forward, March 1st, 2010. China, EB2 final action date 6 weeks forward, April 22nd, 2016. And EB3 final action date for China 3 months forward, October 1st, 2017. And then filing dates, of course, India, EB2, and EB3, no movement. And then China, no movement as well for filing dates. So since the June 2020 Visa Bulletin was released, final action dates for India EB2 have moved 3 months and 10 days. India EB3 has moved 11 months forward. China EB2 final action date has moved 5 months and 3 weeks forward. And China final action date for EB3 has moved 15 and a half months forward. For filing dates since the June 22nd Visa Bulletin, EB2 has moved 22 and a half months forward. EB3 for India has moved 59 months forward. China EB2 for filing dates has moved 2 months forward, and China EB3 filing dates has moved 15 months forward. So now that we've covered all of these dates, and I know that was a lot of numbers at you, let's forecast the December 2020 Visa Bulletin for employment-based preferences. So the H1B Guy forecast final action date for India, EB2, October 15th, 2009. EB3, March 22nd, 2010. Final action dates for China and EB2, June 1st, 2016, and final action date for China and EB3, November 1st of 2017. Filing dates for India, you'll see no movement. And for China, the only movement that you'll see will be in the EB3, or excuse me, EB2 category, which will be November 1st of 2016. So final action dates for EB2 and EB3 for India will move 3 weeks forward. Final action EB2 for China will move almost 6 weeks, and EB3 will move 1 month forward. Filing dates for India EB2 and EB3 will have no movement. Filing dates for China EB2 will have 1 month forward movement, and EB3 for China and filing date will not move. The last thing that I wanted to forecast is the release date of December's Visa Bulletin. As I previously discussed on the H1B Guy Live, unedited and unscripted Q&A 7, I'm forecasting Thursday, November 19th will be when December's Visa Bulletin will be released, with Friday, November the 27th, and Monday, November the 30th as my second and third release date possibilities. We'll continue to closely monitor the release of the December 2020 Visa Bulletin and see if the Department of State continues along with their definition of rapid forward movement. For the full post on the H1B Guy forecast, December 2020 Visa Bulletin employment-based predictions, please check out the h1bguy.com. Tomorrow, look for a new post discussing more on President-elect Joe Biden's immigration policies. We're going to take a little deeper dive from the video that we did back on the campaign policies in August. I also wanted to remind everyone that this Wednesday, November the 11th at 1 p.m. Eastern, I'll be hosting very special guest Christine Mikolajuk, and that's at CMIKOLAJUK on Twitter, on the H1B Guy Live, Stamp It Out Q&A 4. Please make plans to join us. If you haven't already, please like this video, please subscribe to the H1B Guy channel here on YouTube, and click the bell for notifications so that you're notified anytime a new post goes up here on this channel. If you've made it this far, I just want to say thank you for taking the time to watch my content. I just really appreciate your support. The H1B Guy, your global source for all things H1B.